So I've been told that Gally won't be able to eat eggs on release. My reaction to that is, why? Almost every playable in Evrima right now has something missing from its overall design. Let's list them. Gally can't eat eggs, even though that's 90% as to why it's now an omnivore. Hypsilophodon can't climb, even though we know it will be able to in the future. Dryo can't burrow. Then there's Dinosaurs, which doesn't have its vertical lunge. Utahs can't run up trees like they're shown in their concept arts. Carno can't rub its horns on trees. Troodon won't even have Mimic on release. And I actually think it won't ever get it because I don't think the devs know how to work it. Which is fine, I say give it to Ovi if they can. Stego can't move while swinging, which it doesn't necessarily show in its concept art, but it should definitely have it, especially when Kissin is saying that they want to add Rex and Trike this year. Also, they said they might remove Dino and Stego, but then they want to add Trike and Rex. Is this making sense to you guys? Pteranodon can't fight over food mid-air, which is shown in its concept art, which would be cool if they did, similarly to many bird species today. And Pteranodon doesn't have momentum while flying, and its latch is still useless, and Kissin said that they want to make it climb around in the trees. Pteranodon as it is fine, but compare it to what it could have been / could be, it's night and day. If my maths is correct, by the time 6.5 releases, we will only have 4 dinosaurs that are fully complete. Tenontosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Bipiosaurus, and Pachycephalosaurus. That would mean that we have 9 incomplete dinosaurs. At different severities, of course. You may say, Orny, some of those things are small, they don't matter. Well, that leads us nicely to the Isle concept art controversy. Flashback to either early 2022 or somewhere in 2021, I can't remember. Some people were confused as to why certain dinos didn't have all the features which were shown in their concept arts. Kissin said that you shouldn't take the concept arts as direct translations as to what the dinosaurs would be like in game. Many raised the point that this would make the concept arts redundant. Some people said the concept arts were pointless. Others said that it was a get out of jail card so the devs could be lazy when making the dinosaurs in game, which I'm not too sure about. But when pressured, Kissin said that we're meant to get a feeling of the animal through its concept, and what we see in the concept might not make it into the game. My question to that is, why show us or include something into the concepts that are meant to give us an idea of the animal that won't make it in game? Is that false advertising? With Troodon you could definitely make a case for that, especially with Mimic, and it's not even just the animals. Look at the gore update. Was that update stomach churning for you? You could see loads of blood, right? You know that trailer we saw? It's gonna be like that in game, right? Right? In response to the weak gore, Dondi said, and I quote, "It's only the first iteration." Which only raises questions for me. For example, why make multiple iterations of something which will take up more time and more resources, when instead you could just make one iteration of it and go all out? Like they were playing on that they would. Let's look at another example. The climbing mechanic. Climbing as an ability will take a lot of time and dev resources to get right. So I understand why they haven't given it to Hypsi as of now. But then why release Hypsi? In my opinion, either release the dinosaur with its full kit, or don't release the dino until all of its mechanics are fully complete. If that means holding back certain dinos until their mechanics are done, then so be it. Imagine if they released Herrerasaurus without climbing. By now we'd be used to it, and it'd just filled a small carnivore scavenging niche. The reason most people don't care that Hypsi was released without the mechanic is because we're so used to it just scuttling around in the undergrowth. We're just used to it the way it is. And then when climbing comes in, I guarantee it'll get a way higher pick rate, because climbing is cool and we've never seen it in the Isle before. Let's use burrowing as an adjacent example. If Dryo had burrowing right now, it'd be played so much more, especially when they nerfed its speed. I don't know why they did that. It would make sense if it could burrow, because it wouldn't need to be as fast, but right now it can't even specialise in its own specialisation. And that's crazy. And a lot of people are saying that Dryo is unplayable right now, because it just can't escape Utahs or Carnos that want it. And don't get me started on its dodge. I don't know how it's taken so long for the devs to make a good dodge for Dryo. But seeing its new charge dodge and potential stat changes in the next update, hopefully that won't be the case anymore. So that brings us back as to why we are here. Why are so many of the Isle's dinosaurs incomplete? My answer to that is They know it takes ages for them to get certain dinosaurs and certain mechanics released, so instead of making us wait a year for a dinosaur that's 100% complete with fully fleshed out mechanics, they'll make us wait 6 to 8 months for a dinosaur which is 80% complete and a mechanic that could have improvements. For example, Troodon without Mimic, Galley without being able to eat eggs, Hypsy without climbing, Dryo without burrowing, and the Gore mechanic, or Dryo's dodge, or Terra's latch. You may wonder, why is this happening? I believe, as I said earlier, that they know how long it takes, so they rush in massive, only make a long quotation marks, the dinosaurs, the mechanics, and potentially even the whole updates. Maybe this is because of the size of the team, or the ambition of them. Most likely both. Before the future of this game, I hope that changes, but regardless, people will still play the Isle. If this game was going to die, it would have died months ago, years ago by now. Oh, and by the way, I don't mean for this to be a moaning video or anything. I just saw the Galley news and I thought I'd just speak my mind. So this video is just that, I guess, just my mind. Oh wait, have you heard about the Pachy stun? They're going to remove it. Why don't they just make the stun time on what Pachy hits shorter in comparison to the Pachy's size? So it can't just stun Carno for as long as it does now. I mean, some people have been saying that Pachy will be fine after this. Most people have been saying Pachy's going to get destroyed by Carno now. I think that will be the case, I think. But surely, right, when like the new update drops, right, and Pachy goes to ram a Carno, surely when Carno gets rammed, the Carno can just turn around, look at the Pachy, bite it like 3 or 4 times and it dies. Is that not what's going to happen? Anyway, I don't want to get too much into it, but I love you guys. Thank you for I think I'm on 2.24k. I love you guys, you all gems. I'm sorry my content has been so delayed this whole year. It's because the video before this has been taking me so long. It's been hanging over my head for months. So now I finally got it out. I can upload normally again now. So yeah, and the embargo's lifted, hasn't it? So enjoy yourselves, mate. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great job. Dinner, hope your pet's alright, breakfast, you're all gems, I love you guys, I'll see ya.